Bonsoir, je m'appelle Madame Thorn, and here's my email address, and this is French 1. So, a little bit about me. This is going to be my 12th year teaching French at the high school and middle school in Dunellen. I learned French in France later in life, not in high school. I'm not French. I'm not a native speaker. So I know that it is possible to acquire a language with the right motivation. Also, we are going to be using a book that your student will get a physical copy of, bien dit. We used part of it in the middle school. If your student took some in the middle school, this is going to be our textbook as a reference. I'd like them to have a physical book because anything online is slowing down the computers or the Chromebooks already. So it's already lagging, and it's a lot easier to be able to flip through this in real time instead of the online textbook, which can be convenient, but with all the Google Meets happening, it's slowing us down. So as far as class expectations, same as every year. In the high school, though, the expectations are more than at the middle school. The grading is a little bit different, and due dates are more strict, and there will be more homework. The syllabus for French 1 is in your students' Google Classroom for French. This course is designed for students with little to no knowledge of French, so even if they had it in the middle school, we're starting again. It'll just be easier for them because they will have been exposed to it, but if they haven't had any French before, we're going to start at the beginning. Group and pair participation, it's very important, and it is possible virtually. Students can be chatting with one another, using their phones to make videos. We've done this before. So the objectives for this course are to communicate in French orally and in writing, which is all possible virtually, to comprehend written and spoken language. Obviously, the written is going to be a little easier. The spoken we'll be doing through videos and hearing my voice. They're going to be able to demonstrate a basic understanding of French spelling, pronunciation, and basic French grammar. Show knowledge of Francophone world. Francophone means French speaking, so not just France. People in France, people in Montreal, people around the world where French is a predominant language. Lots of places in Africa speak French, use it as the language of learning. And also being able to realize the importance of knowing a second or third or fourth language. I know many of our students already speak 2 languages, 2.5, even 3. The more languages you know, the better it is. Oral and class participation. What I expect from the students in class as well as online. Volunteering when appropriate. It's very easy. They've already demonstrated that they're able to do this by nodding their heads, raising their hands, being on task and responding when called on. It's very easy to get distracted at home. You have brothers, sisters, family members, pets, TV, phones. So it's very easy to be distracted. Stay on task. Be prepared. So have your book ready. Have your notes. I've asked students to get a binder or a notebook and take handwritten notes. Again, it's a better way to memorize vocabulary. Also, it's one less thing that you have to have up on your computer screen. Google Docs can be good, but it is very difficult to do accents, and sometimes it's just easier to write, and I prefer writing my notes, so I encourage notebooks, binders, and handwritten notes even while we are virtual, but if students want to go just using Google Docs, that's okay too. That's just my preference. For the Google Meets, you need to be on time. Students need to be on time to the Google Meets. I always turn on the classroom a few minutes before. Students pile in, and then they will start the Do Now. We have a Do Now that's located in the classroom. Make sure they have their materials, and also any questions can be asked in the chat on the Google Meet. Absolutely, students cannot record, take pictures, or do anything in the Google Meet that would compromise another student's privacy, okay? If you take a picture of the Meet, record it, put it online, you are violating other students' privacy. So please keep that in mind. That is absolutely not okay. Make sure that your student's camera is on. Students have to be having their camera on with their face showing and not dark. I've had students come in the dark, but they say their face is there. So we have to be able to see their faces, especially when I'm asking them to repeat after me. Maybe the mic is muted and I'm just having them do the mouth movements, but they need to be doing the practice orally, even if it's muted. So I need to be able to see their face. So camera has to be on. If the camera isn't on, because of a technical issue, please speak with somebody and get that straightened out. So the grading is as follows. Class, group, and oral participation is 15%. Homework is 25%. There's not going to be too much homework during online learning because I don't want them doing anything on the computer. If they're going to have homework, it's going to be in a book, handwritten, away from the computer. So they get a break from the computer. And homework is going to be 25%. Projects, written assignments, and oral work, which will be most of what we're going to be doing, 30%. And quizzes, tests, same thing. A quiz is just a shorter test, and for me, are worth 30%. So quizzes are 30%, tests are worth 30%. So I'll break it down again. Class, group, oral participation is 15%. Homework is 25%. Projects, written assignments, and oral work is 30%. So that's oral presentations, group oral presentations, essays. French 1 is absolutely capable of writing essays. We've already learned so many words and we've only had classes for a few days. Projects can be Google Slides, videos, Flipgrids. So that's 30%. And then again, quizzes and tests are 30%. Please do not hesitate to email me. Well, you can text me too if you have my number. I don't mind. Thorn M at DunellenSchools.org.